we're back. My F82 is back from paint. I'm super excited. It actually matches my E36. Just having this here look like this is pretty cool. But we got the body harness in the car already, which are the front subframes out. We're prepping that for the YSFAB modifications to put the whole YSFAB kit on the car. Is I'm taking apart the rear subframe to get that ready for some other YSFAB modifications like a toe arm change. Obviously, I picked yellow in case you haven't figured that out yet, or you're colorblind or something. So, like my previous car, my F80 we built for Drift Week. This car will actually also be used on Drift Week. We're trying to get it done. We have like 2 weeks left to finish it. This car, I did something a little bit different on the suspension side. I still went with BC Racing coilovers because it worked great. We went with YSFAB front and rear setups. The rear setup's not really, even though for F22, it's designed for E90 suspension. So we're gonna have to do a little bit weird things like different axles and stuff to make it all work. We're also gonna drop the subframe off right now with all the mods to put an E90 normal steering rack in it. On top of that, we got a ton of other parts. Drift HQ, of course, as expected. Hooked us up big time with a ton of stuff. It's all over here. We'll open as we go on and put everything on the car. We got like an LZ steering wheel, of course, e-brake adapter, hub adapter. We got other random things. Like these are my favorite relay kits ever, spall relays for the fuel pump and all that. This is a huge learning process as I go. We sort of kind of have no idea what we're doing on building drift cars like this. Like my body shop cut this open and they were closing all off and I was like, yo, don't waste your time. And then after everyone's like, yo, you're stupid, Jordan, because you have holes into the car. So I messed up and now we're gonna have to do that after and then touch up paint the edge underneath the Y body kit. Overall, my buddy rushed the Bodywork, but it came out pretty good. I'm pretty hyped. Both these cars matching looks absolutely insane. So I wasn't gonna keep that one. I'm not trying to keep that one, but it looks quite good next to this one. We did full engine bay yellow, everything yellow. Super, super, super committed, way more committed than I ever want to be to yellow. Now we have a little suspension out. We're actually gonna paint the wheel wells ourselves here, yellow, because I think it just adds to the cleanliness of the car. I always love when a car is fully the same color. I didn't want to make my body shop friend, VMA Auto Collision, do that. I thought they were gonna kill me if I made them take the wheels off, suspension off the paint booth. This already was a ton of work. They changed the door in the car. They repaired the quarter panels damaged. They repaired the rear bumper that was also damaged. It was a lot of damage. For the rear subframe, all the YFAB stuff, I could have bought like SPL arms like my other car, but they're aluminum and I broke them for. So Islam's doing the YFAB stuff is all steel. What's weird is the steel stuff is E90 length technically. The E90 length stuff doesn't work with these axles and wheel bearings. So I got E90 2 and 3 axles and stubs, which I'm praying will fit into this differential. And then we're also gonna do, they have something that welds on right here, which I guess changes dynamic toe gain and anti-squat sort of depending on the arm length, I think that they explained it to me like. So that will allow us to have more grip if I really, really want. A lot of people run like a winter's quick change differential, $3,000 differential, $1,500 axle per side. I'm not doing that right now at all. So I'm doing it as good as possible, but also sort of as cheap as possible. So just the arm kit and use the axles, and then I'll get to use a stock drive shaft and a stock diff. The car already has the LSD. We got bushings on its way. We have the OEM dash and everything working perfectly. You key on, car lights up. The headlights don't work. It was like super, super scary, but it's a coating issue. So we're gonna get these headlights, then they'll work. Taillight wise, and we have one more taillight from Harut's. Once again, they're like the best. They have everything in stock. There's like an absurd amount of things I have to overnight to get this going. So you guys are gonna see us putting it together, and it's just like a lot of overnighting last minute things. But you guys are gonna see all the smooth workings of it, hopefully. And you guys won't realize all the what goes behind the scenes. We got the subframes back from my friend a day at Collab. So you welded that for an E90 2M3, E90 M3 or E90 non-M steering rack, and then also some different mount here. My friend also, told me, do not do this. This additional like $500 grip kit that they offer from YSFAB, they do not do it. It's gonna be a harder drive, be crazier, grippier, but I'm trying to run cheaper tires, and I know he knows way better because he's like the YSFAB guy. I didn't listen, I bought it anyway. We put it on the car anyway. We're gonna be all gripped up hopefully, but on cheap tires, so hopefully it's like a nice blend. I always sort of picture on the internet of cars that had like paint matched wheel wells and it looked freaking sick. I was like, I don't wanna bother my body shop friend to do that. I should have. You should always bother your body shop friend. So now we're spray painting it, the car yellow, and hopefully it comes out okay and we don't ruin everything else in the car. It looks really shitty right now, but it's like barely a coat of paint. So we'll do that on the front, clear coat it right now. Then we're gonna have to work on fixing up the rear of the car. Dana did a really nice prep job on this side, and he like taped down nice. It's on like spray painting things and grabbing random piece of cardboard. It's good. Grabbing random pieces of cardboard to hold things off as he tapes it. So we're gonna see what side comes out better.
Man, I've been painting for like 5 years.
You've been painting for 5 years? Where?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. What does it smell like, Islam?
It smells like paint.
Why does it smell like paint?
I don't know, maybe it's paint. Holy shit.
That's really how you paint?
Sweatshirt's already happy.
I'm pretty happy how it looks. It's not like a perfect paint job on the wheels, but it's like super great, I guess you could say. I'm really happy. Now the car looks really proper. I've always seen pictures like this of cars on the internet, and I'm happy that it finally looks right. We got the wide fab stuff sort of bolted up. We have some problems right now with my BC racing coilovers for my Drift F80 are not gonna fit this car. There's a spot right here on this suspension. It's used to tighten down. The BC racing coilovers I have a line coming out the bottom, right here. So on stock knuckles or even the other stuff I've had, it goes right through the bottom of the hole, and then you loop it right around and clamp it to itself. I don't know if I'm allowed to cut a hole here and notch that a little bit bigger. If I'm allowed to notch that a little bit bigger, I can actually probably put it down and loop it around. I don't know structurally like if all that's smart. Or do I cut this and then weld something across it after, or weld a plate? I don't know. I don't want to damage anything. So I'm waiting on a reply from everyone. BC is always good with helping me out. I didn't want to bother them for a new coilover for this car with time frame reasons. I just took the ones off the F80. Got new springs. They sent me those already. But front subframe's in. Steering is sort of kind of center. We got the widest fab tie rods in here also. So I decided they had everything in stock. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna play any games, try ordering things from different people. We went with their solid subframe bushings and their poly diff bushings. To be honest, I really wanted the solid differential bushings. I mean, these are like absurdly hard poly, so it's practically solid. I really wanted the solid diff bushings too, but this was in stock, so I just went with it. Also the lockdown differential. Burger Motorsport sells this differential lockdown kit. It's really for a guy that doesn't want to do diff bushings in their car, just to hold it in place. We'll show you once the differential's in, how that works. I'm doing it just as an added safety of it not messing up. Also, check out it's on sick table. We messed up big time by putting the car backwards on the lift. I thought it was cool, but all of our workbenches are back there. So now our workbenches, motor's gonna go in, sort of complete, sort of incomplete. Missing a bunch of things, but we're gonna get it in. We guys as long as we get it in.
Let me just take it off.
I would pop the things out.
No, let it go down a little bit.
Alright, we're showing it. This is what's super safe, not. Alright, Big Boost turbo kits with all the fast guys run. I don't know, I just got it. It's cast manifold, super simple. Divided twin scroll. Got some cheap PSR turbo. Don't know if I'm gonna regret that one day. If I do, I'll come back to this clip. G35 900. So 6262, super small turbo. If I make 420 on pump gas, it's really high compression engine. Make like 700 E5 if I ever go that route. So I would probably back up before you try.
Still have like another. Brake lines. I'm like almost centered with.
I mean, that's cool. Subframe's gonna go in. I know. We're not giving up on the motor stuff. We're just waiting on a line to get welded, then we'll hop back on that, I guess, and put the front stuff on. Without bushings or anything, everything else get installed after, I guess. Also, I got this insane power steering cooler. No, power steering reservoir with the filter on the bottom. Super insane amount of fluid it holds. And then this power steering pump. MA Motorsports or Ma Motorsports sells it with like new connectors and stuff. It's supposed to be really good instead of using like an actual hydraulic pump that bolts to the motor. It's just a straight electric one. So hopefully it works out, provides enough like fluid flow. Guys, we're gonna get to more of this in the next video. I'm shot. My beer got cut off. I'm not happy. But I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys enjoy watching all these videos. We're gonna finish this car in time. We're gonna get to Drift Week. Be sure to stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see more.